I guess the TLDR for anyone just who has recently come in is they seem to want to make all of the skills actually be playable. There's some pretty fucking hefty buffs in a lot of places. A lot. Arc seems really good. Fireball seems really good. Flame Blast, especially Vaal Flame Blast. You get a 15-stage explosion. That's an insane ignite. Really an ignite build. No nerf to Kinetic Blast. Slightly sad, but at the same time they buffed Power Siphon. But remains to be seen if it's actually good enough. Blade Flurry is still the card or single target for melee builds. Vaal Earthquake seems very weird. Like very, very weird. It gives you like these aftershocks that follow you. It's just weird. I don't remains to be seen. Vaal Blade Vortex seems really nice, assuming it's not completely dumb and actually targets monsters a bit. What else? Basically just a lot of fucking buffs. That's big. And for a lot of them, I'm pretty happy. Sadly, not everything got some nice buffs. There were few skill gems that basically just feels bad, man. I don't remember what they were. There were few. I just can't find them now. Oh yeah, Ice Trap basically got nerfed. But I guess because you have Frost Bomb and it can freeze, it's justified to have less damage than a Fire Trap. Like a lot less damage than a Fire Trap. I am not too keen on the idea of buffing. While they buffed Ignite from 40% base damage to 50%, it seems like if they want you to play Ignite, they're trying to make you only play few builds like Fireball, Flame Blast, Incinerate, Burning Arrow. I am not a huge fan of having those insane multipliers on a few skills and then just ignoring all conversion builds. Like, for example, we have Rim Burn, which makes your cold damage to ignite. So if you wanted to do something like Ice Shot, instead of Burning Arrow, now you're missing on a 68% more multiplier. Which probably isn't that big of a deal for clearing, but yeah. Also, no mention for Vortex, so I guess it will just stay dead. Yeah. Remains to be seen how good the trap changes are. I'm not a huge fan of traps myself, like actual trapper builds. I played them in the past, not a huge fan. They just feel a bit clunky, but they do a lot of damage. Oh yeah, RIP conversion trap. I like the new system of the Vaal skills. I really like the Vaal skill system chains. Apart from a few skills that got absolutely destroyed. Feels bad, man. Gluttony of Elements. But overall, it's really nice. Really nice. The only skill that I can see being like kind of like spammy is Vaal Crown Slam, because it's only 2-second cooldown and you can have 3 uses. So you can basically slam it on 3 different packs in a row. Then only 2 seconds, like while you're picking up loot from the last pack, for example, it's already like almost got out of the cooldown, and then you kill 3 packs because it's only 15 souls per use. So you kill like few packs, and now it's 3 uses again, and now you can chain it again. So I think out of, if there's one skill that can probably be spammy, it's Vaal Crown Slam. Everything else has such a massive cooldown now that it's a bit hard. Vaal Haste got destroyed. I mean, you will still be able to perma Vaal Haste if you're a support, where you kill gazillion, like where a gazillion monsters die immediately after you get out of the Vaal Soul prevention, if you have like duration and the both of the clusters, because there's like, I mean, 6-second base with like 90%, so that's already like almost 12 seconds, and then the gem, so yeah, you have like 8 seconds or something like that to gain 50 souls, which is probably enough for a support. But yeah, well, I like the Vaal Reef buff. I welcome this change, and I have 2 uses. Really nice. There were some sneaky buffs to some items. So we have Endurance Charge Melee Stun, giving 4% more damage per Endurance Charge up from 3. So if you have 10 charges, that's 40% from 3. And when we look at Earthquake, if I can type, so the base delay between the initial attack and after is now 1 second, down from 1.5. So maybe, just maybe, Reddit will stop using Marohi now and use a different item. Who knows? Probably not. Maybe it's gonna be the Anchor Maze now, because it's slightly faster and it has Endurance Charge and Melee Stun for another multiplier, so you have a 7 link. Who knows? Yeah, some uniques got absolutely destroyed, like Daidos. Daidos went from, on any build that was dealing with burning damage, into Alk Shards. I think a sleeper unique is a Malakai's Artifice for like the Ignite builds, because that's 37.5. I don't know if it rounds up or down, but basically that's a lot of resistances lowered on bosses for Ignite builds, because curses suck and penetration doesn't actually do anything, and combustion is like, I think it was 19% or something like that. Yeah, minus 19%. So the Malakai's, this is actually pretty good. If you don't have any flat to fire in jewels or gear, and like in gear in general, having this ring with Orb of Storm, just like it's 1 times 1, so it doesn't take any space really. Having this on a swap for like bosses isn't actually that big of a deal, and it will give you a massive damage increase if you can set up your resistance so that you can actually use it. I think this is the sleeper, and if I'm gonna play an Ignite build, I will probably have this as a swap at least, if nothing else. Stormfire is still gonna be fine, but it took a pretty big hit. Worm Flask got absolutely destroyed again. Absolutely destroyed. Doesn't feel right. Yeah, I mean, you can just permanently use it too, and that works too, I guess. Slap Herald of Lightning in there. Play an Elementalist, and now you basically have permanent EE going on. I guess. I mean, it's a ring slot. It's no life on it, so I don't think you need the damage from it, but you could if you wanted to. DD got nerfed by like monsters. It has like a duration now, like Alira. That's a pretty big thing. You don't get instantly DD by beyond mobs anymore. But one thing here, it says monsters which use Tyranid Dead and Vaal DD. Now the question lies: are totems considered monsters? What else? What else? Oh! I like this change a lot. 5 to... Oh god, let's see if we find it. But they basically, they changed the 5 corrupted rares recipe to not grant you... Elder or Shaper. God damn it. How do I find it? Is it... Oh, here. The 5 for 1 magic or rare vendor recipe no longer maintains Shaper Elder item status. This is a really nice change. This means that you can no longer trade up 5 corrupted Elder Leather Belts for Elder Leather Belt, like the unique, or the Shaper Opal Ring or the Elder Steel Ring when you corrupt them from Uber Elder drops. That's really nice. I really like this change. This makes farming for the items actually... you can still... I mean, it means that it's now better to farm for the items. You get more out of that. It also means that now the Steel Rings and Opal Rings are gonna be used more in Lore Weavers. Wait, that means you can still reset corrupted amount? Yeah, you're talking about the 3 gems, like the green, red, and blue gem with an amulet into Onyx amulet. Yeah, that still works. I also believe that this was made, not only the one that I just mentioned, I think that this was also made so that you can't create a Elder or Shaper Stygian Vice using the Incursion temples, like the temples, like the super corruption thingy. I welcome this, because if they didn't do this, I would corrupt every single of my Stygian Vice in the temple, hoping to get 5 pricked rares to trade them up into a craftable one. You can still make Shaper and Elder Stygian Vices. You just can't make a craftable one. And when it comes to Incursion, it seems promising from all the videos. Remains to be seen how many good rooms there are, and like how it interferes with mapping and all that. But overall, I'm pretty hyped for the league, and I'm usually pretty pessimistic about things. I usually look at the bad sides, but this is looking pretty good. And there is a lot of new gems to play with. And apparently 2 new Rogue Exiles. Let's see if we're getting a new ED Exile to kill everyone. Oh, and yeah, always attack without moving. This is great. This means that if you you can make specific skills always attack in place, or all if you want, of course. For me, this means that I can use left mouse button for Desecrate or Golem now again. Because previously, if you had a Numlock trick going on, it meant that you couldn't have anything on your left mouse button. So that's really nice. I think that's pretty long TLDR, but yeah. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of these too. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think about it. Out of the top of my head. Probably missed something, but yeah. Oh, one thing. You can filter by mods, so explicit mods on the item. So shit like Merciless or of Celebration and all that. So if you use this chest here, found magic items drop identified, you can actually... I think this is a pretty nice for solo self-found. You save a lot of time and IDs and all that by filtering for specific mods, for example T1 life on rings and shit like that, but it means that you have to use this chest. But I can see some use for this. And then the stack size is really nice too for Perandus coins and shit like that. Gem level is also not bad. It's yeah. This patch is looking pretty damn good.